Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. I did have some technical issues. I went through a couple phone issues and just trying to get back to filming again. Uh, the good news is, not only do I have the working phone, but I do have a new GoPro camera that I'm going to try to incorporate into my new videos so I can get a couple different angles, and that way you could see not only the form from the side now, how I've been filming, but I'll try to get one from the front, one from the back, just so that way I can show how my form's been progressing. I do have a few updates for you guys. About 2 weeks ago, I played in the Jomez Final 9 that took place at Delwood Disc Golf Course at the Canyons. This is the same place that I played Clash at the Canyons and had an okay round for that tournament. But let me just start this off. I had a terrible first round. Terrible. I shot a 101 on that course, which is the highest I've ever shot. And it was just absolutely awful. Throughout the day, if you're not sure how the Jomez Final 9 works, the top 3 scores from the day are put on the Final 9 card, and then there's a wild card winner that's picked. And after I shot that worst round, I ended up buying a couple raffle tickets, and lo and behold, I won the raffle. So coming up shortly, I will be featured on the Jomez Final 9 as the wild card member. It's safe to say that on that video, which once it comes out, I will link to this page, but I shot the best round I've ever shot in my life. I don't know if it was because I was on a card with just incredible players and they helped lift my game up, or just all the work I've been putting in, thanks to Will Schustrick and DGI. But it was just one of the best experiences I could have asked for. I'm speechless about it. That's all I can say. In the past few weeks, not only did I do the Jomez Final 9, but I've actually hit my first 2 aces in disc golf. One of them at a course called River's Edge in Munster, Indiana / Lansing, Illinois. It was a 320 foot. I flicked a shrike and was able to put it right into the basket. And then I actually just got another ace last Thursday. I went to go play Countryside Park in Portage with a few of my friends. And on hole 2, I put a dynamic disc slammer with my puppy stamped on it on a slight hyzer line. And I thought it was a good line looking at it out of my hand. And I was like, oh, that should have a chance to go in. I waited for a second, didn't hear any chains or anything. I reached down to pick up my bag. And as soon as I grabbed my bag, I heard cha-ching. And one of my friends was down at the bottom of the hill spotting. And it was just a surge of emotions. It was great. I ended up shooting -2 on that course, which is, it's not easy to do there. So it's just been overall good few weeks, as well as this past weekend I played in the club challenge with the Red Rock Disc Golf Club out of the Munster, Maryville, Northwest Indiana region. We didn't make it past the rat tail round, which was fine, but I was able to, the way we structured it, I played against their number 1, with me being the newest, just so that way it's a better way to try to stack the points to where we would have the best shot of winning. It takes the chance out of it if we have our number 1 playing somebody who's not their number 1. But the fact of the matter is, I was able to hang with him. He ended up beating me. And the way this challenge went was match play, where it's by the hole, not by a total number of strokes. But he ended up beating me. He was up 2 holes with 1 to go. So that was a really good experience because I was able to hang with their number 1 player on the KON disc golf team. And I've only been playing for a year, and he's been playing for over 13. So he even made a comment to me that if I keep up at the pace that I'm going to be somebody to watch out for. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm definitely going to try to make sure that comes to fruition. Now, what you're going to see coming up in this video is a little bit of my performance at the Sexton Shootout. Once again, tonight I am going to the Delwood Disc Golf Course at the Canyons. and Nate Sexton is putting on one of his Sexton shootout, where you just bring your putter. In your registration fee, you get 2 discs, you get a driver and a mid-range, and you play 18 holes with that, and sporadically throughout the event, Nate will jump on the card and play a hole with you guys, and it seems like it's going to be the most fun. Nate Sexton is somebody that I really look up to in disc golf. It could be that we're both forehand dominant players. It's just, I love listening to his commentary on Jomez, and he just seems like an all-around good guy. And not to mention, I throw primarily Sexton Firebirds whenever I need something to finish right off of my forehand, and I know how reliable that fade is going to be. But I do have quite a few things in store for this week, especially with this 2-camera, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So welcome back to the ride, guys. Thanks. All right, so I am here at the Sexton Shootout at Delwood at the Canyons, and Nate's about to begin his clinic here in the next 15 minutes or so. The way this shootout works, you get 2 discs plus you bring your own putter. So the discs I got for this are a Nate Sexton stamped Valk, a Nate Sexton stamped Mako 3, and I'm going to be using my McPro AVR all black putter. I'm going to start on hole 9, which on the Jomez coverage I actually birdied, and unfortunately I don't get to use the 1 disc that I used in there, which was my Sexton Firebird. But hopefully this all goes well. I'm excited for this clinic, get to learn some new tips and everything from U.S. champ other than Will, and so far he seems like a great dude, and we'll see how this day goes. Thanks a lot.
Group figured out and everything, and have a scorecard with names written down, and we'll be over there at the clinic. Then I'm going to send you out.
So don't forget what hole you're on.
Yeah, don't forget, because the board will be way over here and you'll be in trouble. So find your name. It's possible I moved you. Probably I didn't, but just make sure you know where you're at. Let's see. The rules are pretty simple. You get 1 putter, only 1. The 2 discs you got from me, and that's it. We always say you lose 1, you're down to 2. You lose 2, you're not going to win. Those are the rules. So do your best out there. Try not to lose any. Try to watch each other's discs. We've got a really cool looking course. I've only seen a little bit of it, but I'm looking forward to seeing more. When we get out there and play, I'm going to try to kind of just be jogging around playing 1 hole with all kinds of different groups. So if you see me coming, wait up for me, and I'll try to play a hole with you, and then move on to the next group and try to get around to play with as many of you guys as I can.
Original white.
Yeah, original 18, no letter holes, white tees, A baskets. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Just 18 holes. So we've got the scorecards with it crossed out. We've got a ghost group right here with just 3 players on it. So these guys are going to start after the people that start on hole 1. So they're going to be going next. We had 1 extra spot that one guy wanted to do with his turn.
If there's a free agent that moves there, it might.
Yeah, unless do we have somebody on here that doesn't care at all who they play with, and we can move them in and make 4 here? Someone who's on a card of 5. What's your name?
Dan Richards.
You know where you are?
Yeah.
3,
2.
2. Okay, Dan's gonna jump up there, so that way you guys won't wait as bad. With just 3, it'll be more in the flow of it. We're gonna do a group picture by those 2 Innova flags as we walk over. So, all gonna walk over there, snap a picture, then we'll continue over and do the clinic.
Sexton Shootout. I want to give a big thank you to Delwood Disc Golf for putting that on once again. You guys just keep putting on great events, and I love attending them. That was one, besides Jomez, one of the funnest experiences I've had. Nate Sexton is a truly remarkably nice guy. He put on roughly an hour clinic before the round, and even though Nate's really known for his forehands, he really went over the backhand and 5 tips that he has for a better backhand. You could see clips of that on YouTube. He did want us to not film that portion if it's going to go up on any social media, just because this is a paid clinic, and I wanted to respect his wishes in doing so. But a lot of the stuff is really just anything you can find in any clinic, but he broke it down step by step on what he feels is a good drive and what works for him. And after he did that, he demonstrated his backhand drive by driving on hole 8 there, which is almost 600 feet to the pin, and he just parked it. And seeing somebody throw like that is just outstanding, especially for me, where it takes me a good 2 shots to get up to the green, and hopefully I'm able to sink the putt for my 3. He was able to just put it in for a tap in 2. And it was just incredible to see that up close and personal. Everybody there was just mouths dropped in awe. We played a regular 18-hole layout for Delwood. Normally there are, I believe, 27 holes there. And throughout that round, I shot according to the par on the scorecard, not the threes that just about everybody goes by. I shot a +5, so that put me at a 64. Even if I were to play the other 9 holes, I definitely shot a lot better than that 101 that I had in the first round of Jomez. So I'm improving. If you could see on the big downhill hole, that hole is a par 4, I believe. And normally I would take a forehand approach to that, but I've really been working on my backhand. And I took the Mako 3 that I had from the Sexton Shootout, and I just tried to rip it as hard as I could, and I got that disc roughly 430 feet, and that was one of the farthest throws I've ever had, and it was with a mid-range. So, and granted, there is roughly 40 feet of elevation change, so that plays into it, but it was still just, everybody on the card was amazed that I was able to throw that far, because a few of the people I didn't know, and they knew I wasn't able to do that before. I did want to give an update. I didn't end up using the Valk. I went back and got a destroyer that I was able to purchase and swap out my Valk for, and not have to. I was thinking about hole 9 in general for my forehands, that I tend to turn over a Valk. I know it's something that I just need to work on in my form to not roll my wrist over while I'm using the forehand form, but I know for sure that I wasn't going to turn over a brand new Star Destroyer. So I went with that, and I was actually on hole 9 using that disc, able to get my birdie. Unfortunately, I didn't get that filmed, but if you want to see a recap of that, once the Jomez Final 9 comes out, you'll get to see it basically took the exact same path as that Sexton Firebird, which I figured it would, it being a brand new, unthrown Star Destroyer. But yeah, it was one of the best experiences, like I said, besides for Jomez, that I've had in a while playing disc golf. And I can really tell that my game is improving. That's not only just from DGI, but playing around and just really concentrating on my form. So with that, I believe Ledgestone, which is coming up in 2 weeks, will be my last tournament playing Novice. I feel that with the way I've been playing lately, I've been shooting well above my rating, even though they haven't been in sanctioned tournaments. I've been playing the best golf I've played since starting this game a little over a year ago. So I think after Ledgestone, I'm going to make the jump up to recreational, which is the next level progressively. And hopefully I'll be able to move up from there in a few, hopefully within the year. But it definitely shows that my game's progressing. And that's all this channel is about. It's just keeping that progression going and knowing that I'm going to get better. I'm willing to put the work in. And I have the right tools with Will and DGI and just everybody around me to get me to that point. So I thank you guys for watching. And please click the subscribe button below. And also be sure to click that bell so that way you get notifications when I do post new videos. The videos will be more regular now. Sorry about, once again, the delay. But I really hope you guys enjoy this footage. And I will see you guys out on the course. Thanks.